All right. Welcome in, everybody. Sunday morning quarterbacks coming at you live a little bit later, but it's 1 p.m. on the East Coast. We got kickoff in 2 hours. So, mute whatever dumb TV show that you're currently watching, especially if it's a pregame show, because come tap in with Sunday morning quarterbacks, Sosa, Spindock, myself, and we'll be joined by Chuck from Kingdom Cast and our main man, Goose as well. So we get two analysts popping in today. As usual, you already know the show is powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. We might have a little giveaway going on today during the episode, so make sure you keep those ears popped. But go down there, follow that hit up the DMs, figure all that good stuff out as usual. Live on the Sunday Morning Quarterbacks Twitter. So give us a like and retweet there. And we're live on the Daily Bread Media on YouTube. Jump over to the comments. We already see you guys in there. Thanks to all of you who are in the waiting room. This is your first show. Strap on in because you picked a doozy for it to be number one. We're happy for all of you that are coming back. We appreciate all of our viewers. Sosa, we always got to start it off with you. I know you're feeling great. I don't even have to ask you shit.
I warned you. I warned you all yesterday about believing in that fraudulent motherfucker that's the quarterback in Green Bay. A career loser. This is what y'all get for betting on a career fucking loser. And I don't want to hear anything about statistics. I had people in my mentions mad at me because the great divide in this generation is the difference between loving statistics and loving winning. Statistics are cool, bruh. 36 touchdowns and 4 picks. It sounds good. It looks good. Every time it looks beautiful. MVP, these nuts. Go win some trophies. And that's all I got to say in regards to that. We got that win and we took care of business. I don't give a fuck about how it looked. I don't give a fuck about what the final score is as long as we have more points than the other team. I could care less. Everybody will bring up stats. They will bring up numbers, all that shit. And someone brought up numbers about me being a handicapper. I don't give a fuck. Stats aren't all it is to being a handicapper in sports. I didn't become great at this shit just because I looked at a bunch of fucking spreadsheets. Even though there's nothing wrong with that, Chris.
I love
your spreadsheets are amazing.
All right. I'll let it
These
slide.
motherfuckers on the internet who look at spreadsheets always want to talk about metrics. You know what stat I got? 0-4. Ass whooping. No offense. You didn't even need an offensive touchdown to beat Aaron Rodgers in his house. And his people on the internet still wanting to talk about him. Forget about that guy. He's a fraud, garbage, bum, overrated. All right, that's all I got for that one. We can move on to today. Oh, no, real quick.
No, I was about to say, we're not.
I want to get to Rex
today. I got to welcome in everybody first before I take my lap. Spindock, I know you're hype. How you doing?
No. You go ahead. I got a whole bunch to say, but my team plays today. I'll let you guys go first. Go.
There's a good man.
Rex needs a victory lap anyway.
You got it, man. I'm going to shut up.
Hold on. Because I'll say it right now. Titans, Bengals. I was wrong. Rex was right. He got it. I missed. Rex, basketball.
I was wrong too. Say, shout out to everybody in the chat that was rocking with me who Sosa and Spin, they shared their great knowledge, the great breakdown, and we just kind of just said, get that out of here. We're rocking with our man, Joey B, because you can't go against him. Next week, boy, oh boy, I might have to get some extra convincing and maybe talk to Sam Murphy for him to really just give me the full Joey B juice. But we got 2 big games today. That's probably the best way to start it off. And if anybody can guess who I'm rocking on the jersey, get in my DMs. You might get a nice little invite for the day somewhere.
All right.
That's really all we got to say. Throw us the like on YouTube. And let's get into our first game of the day. Where's that ticker at?
There obviously, I have nothing to say on this one until Spin Doctor tells you guys exactly what's going to happen today, and then we'll add our 2 cents.
All right. So I know that Sosa, I know that you are a fan of starting off by talking about your team opponent and all the nice things and all the great things that they have, right? I'm not going to do that because my team is the world fucking champions until somebody takes it away from us. And that will not happen today because of an overrated head coach and a quarterback who you will find out today why he had no playoff success, even with good Lions teams. So, first things first. Speaking of quarterbacks, my quarterback is 14-2 lifetime in divisional playoff games and has not lost a divisional playoff game in 11 years.
Was the Ravens the last one?
The Ravens was the last one. His 9-game winning streak. Matthew Stafford only had to throw 17 passes last week because the Rams were beating down an Arizona team that looked like they had just given up. And aside from that game where, again, he threw 17 passes, he didn't have to do much of anything to win that game. He is 1-3 in the playoffs. He has a quarterback rating under 90. And when he's attempted 20 or more passes in a playoff game, or really in any meaningful game in his career, virtually winless. If you think that the Rams can win today with Stafford attempting less than 20 passes against our run defense, you're fucking insane. Okay? You are insane. Speaking of the run defense, so that's great that Cam Akers came back. Good for him. I honestly, it's a hell of a comeback story, and I actually have him on a few fantasy teams, and I wish him all the best in the world. Not today, though. Bucks are top 12 and actually top 10 recently in defensive rushing DVOA. Big thing here, though, is the Bucks defensive line is 7th in power rank, and this is for Football Outsiders, and 1st in stuffed rank, meaning run stuff behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams are 29th and 24th in those two areas. The Bucks have allowed one running back in the last 5 games to run for 50 yards. Just one. The only people that they've been allowing to run for more than 50 yards lately are running quarterbacks like Josh Allen. Now, if you think Matthew Stafford's going to rush for 50 yards, you're even more fucking insane. Okay. This is also a revenge game. Statistics heavily favor the team that lost, especially when they're at home in playoff revenge games. So you have all of those things combined. You have a spread that went down to 2.5. This is Bucks all the way for me. I am not going to be a super homer fan and go with an alternate line and say some crazy ass shit like Bucks -10. Okay. But Bucks -2.5, I've already bet it. I'm probably going to bet it again. Bucks 2.5 all day for this one. I think that the other thing to consider too is that people were talking last week about how well the Eagles like to rush to the outside. They have speed to the outside, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Joe Tryon says hello. Okay. Joe Tryon has been playing over 90% of the offensive snaps lately. Teams aren't rushing for shit on the outside against us. In fact, if I remember right, it's less than 3 yards per carry. So you're not going to run up the middle against Vita Vea. You're not going to run to the outside with Tryon and with our linebackers healthy. So who are you going to go to? You're going to put the ball in Matthew Stafford's hands. Or at some point, you're going to have to put the ball in Matthew Stafford's hands. Matthew Stafford is 0-3 when attempting 20 passes or more in a playoff game. Matthew Stafford also has a lifetime career winning percentage of, I believe it's under 40, or no, it's under 40% when he has to attempt 30 passes or more. Part of that is because he was with the horseshit Lions. But those Lions had some good teams and the stats still held. So Bucks all day. We're defending our title. Sosa, we will see you next week for an even bigger head-to-head.
Oh, don't worry. We gonna whoop y'all ass. We gonna whoop y'all ass, no problem. But I hope y'all win today.
I'm not going to worry about the next win we're going to get until we get the one that's in front of us. So, Sosa, what you got on this one?
Listen, man. I'm on the same side as you, bro. You're not going to get me to put my money on Matt Stafford. I've never trusted the guy. They played a team that was reeling. That was reeling last week. We've seen Arizona back their way into the playoffs the last 6 weeks. This Ram team's beaten nobody. And the one playoff team they played in the last 7 weeks prior to Arizona, they lost to when being up 17. That was us. There's nothing about this Rams team that makes me think that they're this great. A blowout win against an Arizona team that basically had packed it up. Why the fuck would I? Why would I be worried about that?
Yeah. I think Mike Lowry brought it up in the chat too about the players that are back today.
Lowry.
Yep, love it. Totally agree on that point. Our defense is virtually entirely healthy, and we also get Playoff Lenny back today. Playoff Lenny was activated yesterday. Playoff Lenny will play. Look, I'm gonna tell you because I have a lot of Bucs insider stuff that I'm part of and study and research. Lenny was probably healthy enough to play last week. However, the team believed that they could probably win the game without him, so why risk aggravation to the injury? He is virtually 100% fully healthy now. And so if you think that all of those things combined and the re-addition of Lenny into the lineup, and you're going to turn the game over to Matthew Stafford to beat us. Good luck. Have fun.
My biggest factor here in this one is I still just think it's Brady. It's the easiest way to go to in this one, but he might just stay away from Ramsey. He might just pick on him a little bit, but I just think it's going to be at his will again. You saw him start off a little rusty where the Eagles didn't take advantage of it. And once Brady got 5-6 throws under him, he was just right back to his clinical self. And I don't see how it could potentially change today. Unless they try to hammer the run and just control the clock, that's really the only way as we start getting into other official plays and props, because you got Brady's passing yards listed like right around the 300 to 290 mark, depending on your book. That almost seems like the easiest play out there today. Sosa, what props are you thinking about before we bring in our other two guests?
Today, while I do believe that we're going to get, I think we'll get a very competitive ball game. I don't think it will be, it'll be a blowout on either side.
I agree.
However, it's how much does Will McVay trust Matthew Stafford? One of the biggest problems that Stafford has had all season is in games, McVay wants the quarterback to win the game. And that is something he's done all year with Matt Stafford. He has wanted him to make the big play and gotten away from what got his LA Ram teams to a Super Bowl or through playoff games, which was run first with Todd Gurley when they were winning. If you can't run the ball, Matthew Stafford is not as effective as a quarterback. That is a fact. And it's going to be situations where he trusts his arm too much, and he's going to fuck it up. In this matchup, I will say this. The Tampa Bay defense can be had over the top. If you go back to the first matchup, Deshaun Jackson should have scored 3 touchdowns. I'm still trying to figure out how he's not running still because over the top they can be beat. For me, I am on him to score a touchdown. I got it at plus 310 at like 3 days ago. That number's dropped. Well, actually, no, it's at plus 300. I like Van Jefferson to get in the end zone today. The 3 props that I'm on are Tyler Higbee over 41.5 yards at minus 110. I think that against the linebacking core for this Tampa Bay team, they will be had. I also think that McVay's no dummy. He knows they're not going to be able to run the ball, so he's not even going to try. Everybody keeps bringing up Cam Akers. I think Cam Akers will be used in the passing game. I do not believe that Sean McVay is stupid enough to think that he can go in to a game against this defensive front and try to line it up and run straight at them. That'd be fucking dumb. The job here is you get your quarterback, you play the quick pass game, and you sprinkle the runs in. You use the pass to try to set up the run. Because if you think you're going to line it up and, again, just try to run it at that front, then you're going to have the longest day ever. Higbee over 41.5. Higbee anytime touchdown. Jefferson anytime touchdown. Those are my plays on that side that I love. And then I'm also taking a ticket on one Gio Bernard to get in the end zone. I think that today Gio plays a huge part in what this team wants to do. And if it's not Gio, I would go with Keyshawn Vaughn. One of those guys are going to be a factor on third downs or in the pass game. I really do believe that. And to get their touchdown score at plus 250 and plus 360, it's worth a sprinkle for sure. Those are my looks for today. I also like Tom to figure out a way to win it. I'm not giving a score. I like Tom to win the game because this time of year, one thing we know for sure, Brady gonna find his way.
Yep. So I'll give so last week I said that Bucks would win by 14. I was wrong. They won by 16. I said 26-12. It was 31-15. Not so pretty close.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
So
your standard deviation's 5.
Yeah, that's right. So I'll go today. I will say Bucks 30-24. That's my score. Bucks 30-24. So obviously
that goes over.
Obviously, if you look at the total, then you would assume that I like the over as well. I think that the Bucks. I actually think this is a game where the Bucks could get out ahead, and then the Rams play a little bit of catch up. But I would be very surprised if this game were more than a 2-possession game at any point during the game. And maybe it's 10 at some point, but I agree with Sosa is that I do not expect a blowout, which is why I said I would not take any alternate lines at all for this one. What I would take though is even though I've only seen it up at one place, Gio Bernard receptions I think is a very good look here. I like Lenny receptions as well. Arians has already talked earlier in the week about wanting to go to the hurry up more to slow down the pass rush. So normally the Bucks don't have to do that when they're playing at home because it's so hot and humid in Tampa that what they do. So what they actually do is in warm weather games, they actually force their opponents to wear dark uniforms and they put them on the sideline where the sun is shining. And so the whole point there is to wear them down by the end of the game. And the Bucks wear white. This game, it's only going to be 55 with low humidity, so that's probably not going to work. So Arians did say that they're probably going to go to the no huddle more and are going to look for a lot of more flat and wheel routes that would benefit Fournette and would benefit Gio. For anytime touchdown, Sosa, I agree with yours. I think that a Gronk anytime touchdown makes all sense in the world, even though it's kind of juice. It's at minus 105. Normally, I don't take anytime touchdowns that are at negative juice, but this one is right close to even money. So those would be my plays. But the biggest one for me, Bucks minus 2.5, 30-24. That's my final prediction.
So as of right now, Dorian Hall was the closest with guessing the jersey for a day in the Diamond Club. He wasn't right. He guessed Thurman Thomas. Right team, right number, wrong year. So this was like, who?
He didn't play for them.
Yeah, his last season he did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh shit, you're right. You are absolutely right. People forget about. Oh my god, how did I forget that?
Yeah, it's like when Edgerrin James played for Arizona for one season.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's bring in.
Can't guess that. It's kind of embarrassing though.
Let's bring in our 2 guests that are joining with us. Let's see if they're going to be rocking with spin or are they going to be going the other way before we get into the 6:30 matchup. By the way, these time slots that they have the games on, they did a good job with that for once in the NFL. Goose, Chuck, bringing you in early. Don't talk Bills Chief yet. Chuck, how you doing and what's your thoughts for this one?
I'm doing great, man. How you guys doing? My thoughts are this, man. TB12 is just built for these moments, man. I just can't trust Matthew Stafford in this situation. He played decent last game, even though they didn't really need him to pass the ball that much because the Rams was just running the ball so well. Sosa's right on point. I just think Sean McVay's gonna get out of his head in this one, man. I just feel like Tampa Bay, they healthy at the right time defensively. They got something for their scheme, man. I think their front seven is going to create pressure. Andrew Whitworth being out for the Rams is huge. I want to say JPP. Does JPP line up on that side? I can't remember who lines up on that
he does.
side.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah, I think he's going to impact the game today. That's going to be huge. And he's going to force Stafford into some mistakes today. And, with Tom Brady, he'll take advantage of getting the ball back off turnovers and scoring points. So I think on offense, it's going to be a Fournette game. It's going to be a Gronk game. The Rams don't have the linebackers to contain Gronk. So it's going to be a masterclass by TB12 and those guys.
Goose, what are you thinking?
What's up, fellas? What's up? I'm actually rocking with the Rams tonight, or today, I should say. I don't trust Matt Stafford, but I just love this Rams defensive line. I'm hearing Sebastian Joseph Day, their nose tackle, should be activated today. I think that's gonna put some pressure in the middle. Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and it's really this Rams defensive line is where I'm thinking. I think the center, Ryan Jensen's going to play, but he's a little banged up. I'm not sure about Tristan Wirfs. He's a little banged up. I think that
this is why I love you, Goose. This is why I love you. You always name somebody that no one ever talks about, whether it's a punter from fucking New Zealand or you just brought up a name that like maybe this guy will make a difference, but let
me tell you something. Sebastian Joseph Day is a Rutgers alum. That's
of course he is. Of course he is. Now we put it together. Fucking Jersey. All right.
He tore his pec week 7, and this should be his first game back. And if he's back, then I really like this Rams defensive line. I don't trust the Rams offense, but I think I think Tom Brady's going to have to get the ball out quick, and without AB and without Godwin, I'm going to rock with the Rams.
Love it, Goose. You stood by yourself yesterday on Paid for Play, called your shot with UAB, and shouted out someone who ended up putting a 36 burger up. So, Goose, if you want to keep standing on Goose Island, we might have to be coming there with some beer.
Goose.
Let's go. So moving on to the real reason why y'all are here.
Yeah. All right. So running back, if you want to catch any of the official plays, but we got the AFC game to see who's going to be hosting Joey B and the Bengals. Chuck, we got to give you first dibs here. Break it down whatever hell way you want to go and just leave the plays towards the end after Goose goes.
Man, the champ's got to go last, man. So I think Goose should go first, honestly.
All right.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. It's fair enough.
You see this? A little Monte Pascal straight from Brazil. Around 10 o'clock, I'm smoking that Chiefs pack. Let me tell you that, okay? I got my victory cigar ready. Bills are going to go in. Their speed on defense is unreal. Their speed on defense is why they're going to win this game. Patrick Mahomes is the better quarterback. Josh Allen's very inconsistent, but I trust the Bills defense more. I know the Chiefs defense have been coming along, but the Bills offense since Devin Singletary has been an actual factor. Josh Allen's been money. Josh Allen gets a lot of criticism, and that's because he just has no run game, but he finally has a run game, and we see what that's doing for him. They're able to be a little more balanced. And, the Chiefs, they blitz a lot. Blitz Josh Allen, let him go free. And he's just a fast quarterback. He's 6'6". He's 250, and he'll put his shoulder down. I like them to be able to move the chains. I think they're going to grind out the dub, and I'm ready for tonight. I got my cigar ready.
I respect everything you said right there. But you don't got to lie about his height, dog. He's not 6'6".
Was he 6'5"?
You just lied about it. I've literally never heard anyone say 6'6". I'm just fucking with you.
What is he then? 6'5"? I'm off by an inch. Trevor Lawrence is 6'6". You know I always rock with the Jags always. But...
Fair enough. I'm really just fucking with you. And also, shout out to the snowman. Show the shirt.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Chuck, you got the disrespect from Goose saying the pack is going up. You got the disrespect from the books where you're not even a flat 3. Games to pick 'em -1. Let's hear it. You wanted to go last, so we're ready.
Well, Goose might will send that cigar over here to Kansas City because we're going to be smoking that Josh Allen pack tonight. You won't even get a chance to light that thing up. Here's my thing with the Bills. They they a great offensive team. You know what I mean? They do some of the same concepts we do, as far as formations and stuff. I know they've run some of them underneath concepts, like how we done with Travis Kelsey. They run like a deep post. They'll run a little streak. They'll have somebody stretch the defense and open up the underneath stuff. The one guy that I'm curious to see from them is Isaiah McKenzie. I'm curious to see how much they're going to use him today, because he could be a factor in this game no matter where he lines up to try to create mismatches and everything. But my thing is, this game works in Spag's favor because Josh Allen, he hasn't really been all that great against the blitz. Like, if you get enough pressure on him, you can throw his footwork off, you can throw his timing off, and I've seen some passes sell on him. You know what I mean? And like, whenever Josh Allen has a big game, he doesn't really follow it up. Like the next game, is not even close to how he performed before. So he's a little bit inconsistent, even though he's gotten a little better over the course of his career. Like what I've seen for Buffalo, they've looked their worst against defenses that blitz on early downs, and that's how you can speed up Josh Allen and get him to those mistakes. So at the end of the day, man, we got the front seven. It's a different front seven this time. We didn't have Melvin Ingram in week 5 on the team yet. We didn't have Chris Jones. Chris Jones, one of the best defensive tackles in the league. His specialty is more pass rushing, so he's going to open some things up for Ingram. He's going to open some things up for Frank Clark. And people forget, even though Frank Clark hasn't really lived up to the contract overall, stat-wise, throughout the regular season, in the playoffs, he's 4th all-time in sacks. So I think he could give Deion Dawkins some issues today. He may be able to get a sack in this game to add on to that total. Linebackers, Willie Gay, he's going to be key in this game. Thank God he's still able to play this game after the stuff he went through this week. He's going to be the guy that's going to put a little spy on Josh Allen, keep tabs on him. I think he has the athleticism to do that whenever Josh Allen does get out the pocket and try to make something happen with his legs. And also a key with Josh Allen is, if you make him roll to his left, that's where he's most ineffective. If you make him roll to his left, that's where he's most ineffective, I think. Cause I've seen like most of his passes be a little off target when he has to roll to his left. So overall, this could be a game where if we get enough pressure on Josh Allen, the honey badger comes back to life. Because the past few weeks, we ain't really seen Tyron make plays. Teams been going away from him. He's been kind of nursing an injury too. There's been times where he hasn't really been hitting nobody like that. But I think this is a game where he can show up and make a huge impact in the game. Offensively, on our end, the Bills don't have the linebackers to match up with Travis Kelsey. We've seen it before. Kelsey in the AFC Championship game went crazy, and I think he does it again. Right now, he's on a 4-game streak as far as 100 yards receiving. He's clearly been the best tight end in the postseason within the past few years or so. And also, they're going to keep tabs on Tyreek Hill, too. Like, Tyreek Hill, he's a guy that's going to stretch the field and make the big plays. I think they're going to have a safety over the top of him today, and that's going to open it up for Byron Pringle and McCall Hardman to do their thing, because those guys have been pretty good in space the past few weeks, especially McCall Hardman, because McCall Hardman, at one point this season, he got benched, and he got a snap count reduced just to let him know, like, look, man, you're not locked in. We need you locked in because we're going to need you down the stretch to step up. And he got the message. And the past few weeks, McCall's been pretty solid. So I just think the Chiefs got too much offensively, schematic wise, and I think guys is going to step up huge. And like another guy that I'm curious to see today is Clyde Edwards-Helaire, see how he looks, because he's coming back. Darrell Williams, I don't know if he's going to play. I think that toe injury is kind of nagging, so they might rest him, and it'll be like Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jared McKinnon. So it's going to be a combination of them, and I think Jared McKinnon could be dangerous in the passing game today against their linebackers as well. So.
Man, no respect for Matt Milano from Chuck today. Spin, what are you liking or what you seeing?
Yeah, this to me is going to be well. First of all, I think it's going to be a very close game. I'm actually not on a side here. If I had to pick a game winner, I would pick the Chiefs, but it's not something I'm going to actively invest any money in of my own here. This actually might be one where after the first quarter, I might look to take it live. I am looking at a lot of CEH props here because according to the team, especially Williams probably isn't going to play, but according to the team, he will not be on any snap count. So no pitch count for CEH. The only thing he might lose is just a little bit of passing game work to Jerick McKinnon, but that's just because McKinnon's been playing so well. So CEH rushing attempts, CEH rushing yards are two things that I'm actively looking at. I'm looking at all things Travis Kelce. Totally agree with Chuck on that one. And I actually do like the over here. I think that the over can hit pretty comfortably in this one. So those are my quick thoughts for that one.
Sosa, you've been quiet.
Well, listen.
Wait. Hold on. How many different ways can we say fuck Josh Allen? Go.
Listen, man. I don't hate anyone. I don't hate anybody. All right. My mom raised me to be a loving individual, love one another, be a positive guy. I'm a very positive individual. I really don't want Josh Allen to succeed. I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all. Like, I know y'all want, like, there it is. Like, I want him to lose. So I'm not gonna get on any platform and lie to y'all about me liking the guy or being a fan or even pretending for 10 seconds that I am a fan, because I'm not. I'm not a fan of Josh Allen. I want him to lose today. I bet against him today. I bet against him a bunch of times this year, and I didn't win. But I will never, ever put my money on that man, and I will never, ever get on the internet and tell you to put your money on him. That doesn't mean you have to listen to me, because, again, I just told y'all I've been wrong before about the guy. My money is on 15 today. That's who I'm putting my money on. That's who I've put my money on. Okay? Patrick Mahomes is yet to perform poorly in a playoff game, not named the Super Bowl yet. I'm not choosing today in the friendly confines of Arrowhead Stadium. If you think I'm betting against him in Arrowhead in a playoff game, then, you probably are trying to buy an oceanfront home in South Dakota. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, because, again, there isn't a metric you can bring up that can convince me to bet against Patrick Mahomes II at Arrowhead Stadium on January 23rd.
Will any of the Bills running backs have more than 10 rushing attempts in this game today?
I can see
They better.
Singletary. They
better.
kind of phased out.
They abandoned it. I know Josh Allen will have 10 rush attempts. I'm just trying to say, will Zach Moss, will Singletary, will Breda? They kind of been splitting the work, so that's where I don't think any of them breaks 10.
Josh Allen will fuck around and get put to sleep today.
Singletary would be the only one.
Thinking he Michael Vick. Finna get put to sleep today. Can't wait. Oh my God, he's not moving. He gonna wake up in a second.
And Nick Bolton is a thumper.
I can't wait for that shit. I can't wait for that.
It's going to be hard to hit when that O-line, especially Doc, got the blind side, He'll be upright a lot.
Man, did you remember that week 1 matchup against the Steelers? You see how Melvin Ingram was wrecking havoc?
Yeah, and did you see the last
today.
5 weeks where Pro Bowl left tackle Deion Dawkins been shutting shit down, My bad. I cursed. I got too hyped. That was my
Hey, we're cussing on this show anyway. So
hey, this is YouTube, dog. We ain't on Nick fucking Jr. We're good.
All right, so Sosa's going to be TikToking with Jackson Mahomes today. Is that where we're going? Yeah.
Don't do that. Now you set me up. You set me up for like shit I don't want to talk about. Like
no.
I do not want to talk about that young man. Okay,
his
brother, amazing athlete, but I say a prayer for Patrick Mahomes' mental once a week. And I think we all should too, because I don't know, like, for him to handle things the way he does is amazing. We're talking about a kid who clearly has shit going on in his personal life, and it doesn't seem to be affecting the way he does shit on it. So shout out to Patrick Mahomes being able to deal with that fucking fiasco every week. All
right, let's round table it. Best bets that we got for this game, and that's basically how we'll wrap it up for today. So, Chuck, you want to go first?
All right, I'll go first on this one. All right. Chiefs -1. Yeah, take that. Come on. Take the Chiefs, man. Chiefs over the team total 27.5. Take that too. Pringle anytime touchdown plus 225. That's a good one. First TD, Dawson Knox at plus 1100. That's not a bad look. The check we kind of suspect against the tight ends. Like the past few weeks, we ain't really had like a challenge like that for real against the tight ends. But Dawson Knox, he's pretty good. He gave us a problem in that first matchup, and it wouldn't surprise me if he found the end zone again tonight. So, first touchdown, that's not a bad look right there. But I'll talk about Travis Kelce. I got a live with Travis Kelce again. Travis Kelce, I think he continues his streak of 100 yards receiving. So I'm going to go 103 plus receiving yards at plus 148. I'm going to go 7 receptions at plus 142. And I'm going to go 2 touchdowns again at plus 450. So, yeah, Travis Kelce, triple it up with him. And Patrick Mahomes, 4 TDs passing at plus 244. And that'll be it for that.
Goose, what do you like?
Oh yes, Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown plus 110. I'm done.
So what do I like? I'm just looking for one last. Oh, I got it. That's a little low. Gabe Davis to get in the end zone for the Bills plus 300. Big body target. I think they'll look for him, especially with the focus on Dawson Knox. Josh Allen to throw a pick minus 125. I wish it was a little higher, but then again, like throws a lot of picks, so I get it. And then I agree with Travis Kelce. I think he finds the end zone. So those are my 3 plays: Gabe Davis, Travis Kelce, both to find the end zone, and Josh Allen to throw a pick.
Spin.
Yep. All right. I will go with CEH over rushing yards. I will take the full game over. I think it's at 54.5. I said this yesterday, called my shot yesterday with both quarterbacks to throw a pick in the Titans and Bengals game. So I'll do it again. Both quarterbacks in this game to throw an interception. Small parlay on those two. And the other one that I actually would think to sprinkle on, it's on DraftKings right now. It's a divisional special combo bet. So it's Travis Kelce and Stephon Diggs to combine for 200 plus receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. It's at plus 650. I like both of their individual receiving props, and I agree that they'll both probably score. So I think for plus 650, I think you might want to just take a sprinkle on that. Those are mine. That's
a really good one right there.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really good one.
It's on DraftKings. It's on DraftKings right now for anybody that's on there under divisional specials. It's the last one. And yeah, Kelce and Diggs, 200 receiving yards combined and 2 plus touchdowns plus 650. And if you're going to bet that one, I'd probably take it right now.
Sosa, wrap it up for us here.
I'm on the Chiefs. I'm on the game to go over as well. I love the Byron Pringle take. Byron Pringle has done a great job of asserting himself in this offense and making himself a viable weapon alongside Hill and Kelce. We all know that that's going to be the case. I'm also on, well, I've already bet it. It's up 2 yards already. Patrick Mahomes over 22.5 rushing yards. He has yet to not get his rushing prop in a playoff game. Super Bowl II. He's never not gotten his rushing prop in a playoff game. Why would I stop betting it now? The number's at 24.5. It's kind of high. I got it at 22.5. If you've been on Spaces all week, I've been telling y'all to hammer the 22.5, which would probably explain why it's up 2 yards in 3 days. I believe that's a great play. I'm also going to go with Jerick McKinnon over 56.5 rushing and receiving yards. I think that one thing that you do is McKinnon didn't get signed midseason. He's been on the roster all year.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a reason why he's now getting playing time because he has an injury history. And it's kind of like releasing a weapon out there at the right time. Listen, McKinnon's easily the best receiving back on the team. And when you're getting a team that's going to bring heat or a team that can give up those plays underneath to running backs, I think Jerick McKinnon could be a legit weapon for this team today. He showed it last week. Also, running backs in the passing game have become a huge staple after Patrick Mahomes finally realized I can't look for Tyreek down the field every play. I can't look for Kelsey every play in double coverage. The running backs have performed so well over the last 8 weeks, outside of that one loss to Cincinnati, which the Chiefs will get to avenge next week. Outside of that one game, I can't have any negative reservations about this team. There's only one goal in Kansas City. That's win a Super Bowl or nothing. You can't get me to bet against Pat Mahomes today. It's impossible.
And I want to say this real quick. Once we beat the Bills today, I cannot wait for that game next weekend. We're gonna beat the fuck out of Cincinnati just because we got fucking robbed in that game. I know some of that's our fault too, but Ron Torbert, you a bitch ass dude.
Terrible fucking ref. But that's all I got for y'all.
Coming at my Bengals, Chuck. Man.
Bring us home, Rex.
So to say, make sure to be checking out Chuck on Kingdom Cast post game today, because we'll be seeing if he has that if the cigar has made it from Jersey to Kansas City from Goose. You know where to check out Goose at Paid for Play. Also writes some articles sometimes as well, so give him a file to check him all out. Flock up there, and you already know me, Spin, and Sosa. Make sure to give the video a like. Spin's been a little bit quiet because I think Worse was ruled out, so he got a little bit more nervous, but you good?
Not in the least.
He said Von Miller's pussy.
Not in the least.
He said Von Miller's pussy.
Send our shit right now.
Until tomorrow, or until fucking next Sunday, we'll catch you all later.
Let's go, team!